A dramatic Game 2 win for the Knicks. Halfway home to the NBA title. That's a scene outside MSG and Plaza 33 rocking when the game went final. Now let's join Alex Monaco, his fan interview presented by Corona.
Bill, you can't make it up again! It's absolute bedlam! Shout out, Freak! Pedro, you just won another one! How you feel? Let's go, Knicks in 4, baby! Let's go! Man, they just won the last play! How you feel? We got legends moving in that building! Let's go, Knicks! 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 It's a party all Friday night long! Bill! Back to you!
Alex has a weekend to recoup.
This voice ain't coming back, though.
He has till Monday. Fired up again. Key sequence here, guys. Second quarter. Knicks outplayed the first quarter, but they outplayed the Spurs in the second quarter, outscoring San Antonio 31-18. And in that second quarter, Mikal Bridges scored 11 of his 20. Untuck It, shirts designed to be worn on Tuck. Untuckit.com. He is our Untuck It power player, and he was especially good, Steve, in the second quarter.
He was so good in the second quarter. And look, we've talked about Jalen Brunson and the physicality that San Antonio played with defensively. But when you have a team like this, you've got to have guys step up. Mikal Bridges stepped up, 11-point second quarter. Big time to be making shots, especially to be just keeping the lead where it was. And yes, other guys weren't as hot as he was at that time. He was hard on himself in the fourth quarter and said, I've got to be better in that fourth quarter. I can't have a fourth quarter like that. But guess what? This is a team. And you don't have to be perfect every single quarter. He was big time in that second quarter, and it meant a lot.
The emotions on his face in that interview, that's what it's like playing in a just massive NBA Finals game. The pressure on those guys in those moments, like you could see his eyes, like it just drains you, not only physically but mentally. I mean, you are completely cooked when you walk off a basketball floor after a game like that. I mean, the guy just absolutely poured his heart out, and I can't imagine what the emotions are like in that San Antonio locker room to lose a game like that. Although the Knicks' emotions were like this because they had the game, then they gave it away, and then they got it back. I mean, that was just a phenomenal effort by him. I'll tell you, the way those guys, Hart and Brunson and Bridges, they just find a way to win.
Shout out Jay Wright.
Yep. All right, let us bring in Monica McNutt. As always, she helped call the game on the radio on ESPN New York. Monica, how you holding up about now in San Antonio?
Peter, wait a minute. You see my camera? I got to capture the moment. I want to show y'all something. Look at this. Look at this place. Look at this place.
Are you in New York or San Antonio?
Look at these folks, y'all. I really can't hear you, so I'm going to turn back around now. But these fans are incredible. Like, they're still all in this lower bowl. Every time a player comes out for an interview, there's a chant that erupts. Guys, I mean, the last 90 seconds of that ball game, first of all, the heads-up play by Jalen Brunson after missing that free throw. The two defensive stands by the defensive squad highlighting Mitchell Robinson. They continue, as Jalen Brunson has coined, to find a way, and it has looked different through this playoffs. But even in tight games, I don't want to hear nothing about blowing teams out to get here, because they've shown up in tight games.
Monica, I'm not sure you can hear us. It sounds like you're at the watch party across the street, but we know you're in San Antonio. It really is amazing how Knicks fans travel. I'm using a phrase with this team, though, as we've seen throughout this run, especially a team like the Spurs, through everything they had at them. It's hard to kill. You really have to bury the Knicks. And if you give them, if you have even a slight ability to win a game, they will. And they seem to prove that tonight with every play they seem to make down the stretch. What was the biggest play that you saw in those last 90 seconds you're talking about?
All right, that was the Alan Hahn question. It was a long preamble, but I think you said the biggest play down the stretch. I'm going to go with that.
Go with it.
And I think, guys, I got to say, Pat O'Keefe on our pregame show actually asked what was more impressive, right? The run that got this team to the lead or their recovery after the fact, Hahn. And I gotta say, the recovery after the fact, because listen, to some degree, the old Knicks squad showed up a bit. They fell in love with that three-point line, trying to get home run plays, and they shot 3 of 11 from 3 in that fourth quarter. And so in that last 90 seconds, when things got tight, and they looked at one another in that huddle, they supported one another, I'm so impressed with how they continue to find different ways to show up and prove that they truly have championship mettle.
Monica, Steve Novak here. I promise not to be as long-winded as our good friend Alan Hahn. You look like you're having an incredible time in San Antonio. I do have a question for you, though. The streak is now at 13 straight playoff wins. I know you think I'm lying. That's a real thing. 13 straight playoff wins. This team seems to be able to reset their hunger and desperation after every game and find a way to get another win. After these 2 games in San Antonio, how do they, again, draw from? What do they draw from? All right, I'm being long-winded, Alan. Give me a second. Where do they draw their focus coming back to New York after these last 2 games?
That was longer than I.
Yeah, unfortunately, Novak, you were as long-winded as Hahn. But anyway, they draw their focus. I think it's internal, Novak. Like, I think the focus that this team continues to draw is internal. Again, guys, I keep thinking back to October, right? And the experience of last season for this group and how they came into this season unsatisfied and understanding what the goal was. Like, I think that's a great question, Novak, but where did they draw information when they was running teams off the floor in 4 series sweeps, right? They look at one another, they decide that they want to be great and continue to raise their level, and they've done an outstanding job doing that. I'm really excited to see how this goes when we get back to Madison Square Garden.
Monica, I'm going to keep mine quick. Did you think Victor Wembanyama's shot was going in and then spin around and show us those fans again?
Oh, man. All right, so first thing, Wally, I couldn't really see from my angle, but I knew Mitchell Robinson was right here with it. Like, I knew he was right there, so I thought we had a good chance of getting the defensive stop, and as importantly, coming up with that rebound. I think I might have just hung up on you guys, but I'm just so impressed with this group. All right, one time for the road. How we feeling, Knicks fans? Let's get on home, y'all. Let's come on home.
All right, Monica.
Wait, one more.
No. Timeout. We got a timeout. We're going to break.
Put them in the penalty box.
Both these guys. 5 minutes.
That's my fault.
5 minutes. It's a delay of show.
Delay of game.
I know. I even said I was going to keep it tight.
Just getting started here. Mike Brown, his post-game comments are coming up. Knicks pull it out down the stretch. And now up 2-0. We're going to hear from the Knicks coach right after this. We're back for big plays presented by 4-Leaf Credit Union. Wallet Cat, 21 points, 17 in the first half. Dominated Wemby in the first half. Only got off 1 shot in the fourth quarter, but still an amazing performance by him yet again. Also 13 rebounds.
8 for 12, and the biggest play of the game was when he kept the ball alive in the fourth quarter. Last 3 minutes, got an extra possession for the Knicks, which led to that Jalen Brunson layup. Karl Anthony Towns is bringing his best basketball of his career to these NBA Finals. Both ends of the floor, complete professionalism, doing it on the defensive end, going up against what Coach Brown is calling an iconic Victor Wemby.